there were big wins for South Africa, Angola and Comoros, as well as a late goal from Malik Bakar, who gave Comoros a deserved one of victory over Lesotho in the Group C opener. Defending champions Zambia had the bitter taste of defeat as the campaign got off to a difficult start with a 3-1 loss to the Angolians in the only match played in Group B. South Africa applied all of the early pressure. They were outstanding. They put A and Amapiano. They were dancing with the football in their 5-0 Group C win against Malawi, but took 36 minutes to open the scoring through Shakil April. And then thereafter, the floodgates opening. Opening things up in match 6, our Group A leaders Eswatini, who took it out with the Southern African neighbors Zimbabwe. Look at the Zimbabwean setup for today. Tanaka Cherera, a youngster who plays for Bari FC out in the United Kingdom, gets a start alongside the only goal scorer for Zimbabwe in Enoch Moyo. He was instrumental in that opening day draw against Botswana. He scored the half hour. I think a lot of eyes will be on him as well. Munesha Munezwa continues his midfield combination and partnership with Ngezi Platinum Stars, a teammate Nisbet Muzenda, both quite hard-running midfielders at the back. It's Blessed Mashonganyika, the only change once he's the other of the Allens out of the team, but Captain Chapanduka continues to skip other side. Joseph Kaunda, the 19-year-old Manika Diamonds goalminder in between the sticks. For Mtutu Zimumalo of Eswatini, Sihlangu Simnikati have started up top. Njongo Mazibuko, 18-year-old striker, yet to get underway in the tournament in terms of assists, but he has a goal. Olipia Nkosi Dube playing from the left-hand side. I like Mdluli. It looks like a bit of a shift because Mdluli played from the left on the onset, and Nkosi Dube from the right-hand side. Midfield Mamba Msefwa. The back four includes Atolo, 19-year-old captain Luyanda Nkengetwa. He's alongside Mtombi Sizwa and Sivet Ameni at right back, while the goalkeeper Andile Awu of Young Internationals will be hoping to keep a clean sheet today. We are ready in Group A. The stage is set. We do it all over again. It's the nation of Zimbabwe, the mighty warriors, who play from left to right in their white strip, the chain strip. Opened the campaign with a bright yellow, but today it's an alternative. Look for them, will it be an alternative result? Of course, they got a draw in the opening game, so they would want to register the first 3 points of the campaign. While for Eswatini, they're in blue, the touch of red. Will they be leaving their opponents blue? Let's find out. That's an early tester. Touched by Enoch Moyo. It's not the best now. Jongo Mazibuko plays such a crucial role in how this team is set up. But this is the main man. Alakem Ruli, dribbling wizard. 19 years of age, born out of Eswatini, but being cooked in South Africa. Plays for Amazulu, Usutu Mapeshangoni, out in the province of KwaZulu Natal. He's dispossessed early. First touch for Tanaka Cherera. I wonder what sort of game he's going to have. Played off the bench. In his opening game. Got a few minutes in the legs as well, so got 28 to be exact. Will be eager to impress coach Simon Marange. Actually caught up with him after the opening day draw. I wished him congratulations. It's a Trivela pass. That's what we're talking about, Nisbet Muzenda. Get us going. Show up and show off, sir. Zimbabwe from that eccentric pass have a corner to work from. Pressure early on Antile Awu. Not to be confused by Andre Ayu, by the way. Ghanaian. The star is Simon Marange, saying that he believes that the side caught a bout of nerves early in the first game against Botswana, but will be much, much better. Let's see if indeed it is almost falls in the head of Captain Alan Chapanduka. Reloading in the box, there is a player of interest in Cherera, but Young Internationals keeper, 18 years of age, Andile Awu, handles that easily. Look to get stuck into the work. Really coming back from an offside position, lays it over to Anissa Malasa of Royal Leopards out in Eswatini. This is more like it from Eswatini. Just a bit of a slip to put him off. Anissa Malasa. Just enough to see his left foot shift slightly. That's where the power comes from when you strike a ball. Of course, opening day Zimbabwe drawing with Botswana 1-1 goals from Moyo and Kaku. Mozambique and Eswatini still haven't provided the highest scoring result thus far. Mozambique beaten 5-4 by Eswatini. These guys can score goals, but they can also concede from what we've seen. Pressure on Munashe Munezwa. Touch for the young man, Blessed. Mashonga Nyika. Big switch to the left. Touch. Not tight enough from Denzel Mapua. Had a pretty good game. Showed his considerable talent, the 19-year-old winger. But yeah, hasn't yet hit his straps. Still early, 4 minutes. Simon Marange, man who was appointed back in March to head the youth development of the Mighty Warriors. During that 5-4 result for Eswatini, goals from Dube, Mdluli got a brace, Mazibuko got in the act, as well as Kwebu, arguably with the goal of the tournament, created by Mdluli, finished off by Kwebu, stylishly so at that. Bicycle kick of note, rifled into the top corner. Claims of a foul from Kaele to Sakola. It's been an even start from both teams. I think anybody has really put anybody in a chokehold thus far, or will that change? One storming run from Mazibuko like a bull in a china shop, looking to barge through. Oh, that is beautiful play there. 1-2 touches. Switched it to Denzel Mapua. Puts it on the chest, light work, right work. And then looks to make Andy Awu work. Goes outside of the right hand upright. It's real impressive play there by the young Mighty Warriors. You mentioned that their coach said, yeah, I don't think we had our best showing and we showed ourselves and our potential. It was a game of two halves that they played. Started very sheepishly. For about 20 minutes, they were just outplayed by Botswana until, Kumoyo scored a goal. It got them believing in themselves. That's offside. In the 30th minute, thereafter, you could see that this was a team flooded with confidence, a team with potential. And I need to show it up against arguably one of the early contenders from what we saw which day one in Group A. As things stand in the group, it's Eswatini with 3 points, Botswana with 1, Zimbabwe with the same points difference, Mozambique yet to get going. It's disappointing for the host nation. Group B, Angola picked up the points against Zambia. Namibia yet to play, so they are no points. Group C, South Africa, and they're all opening win, very impressive win at that, 3 points for them. Comore Islands gaining victory against the nation of Lesotho yesterday. They're on 3 points as well. Goes deep. Easily headed away by the Crystal Palace based Kuranashe Mosai, one of 2 players who ply the trade in the UK. Academy Systems. That's poor there from the Eswatini player. Should have done more. Very convincing. He is convincing. Piwa Yonkosi Dube. one of the youngest players on show in the starting 11. Andiswa Malaza. The other one who plays in the number 10 position. Pio Dube is a winger at the University of Pretoria, out in the capital of South Africa. Team known as Ducks or Amatucks to their fans. Sweet turn from Pure Yongosi Dube. Oh, that's a poor set piece, that. He had one job, beat the first man. Job failed. He'll have to pick it up from the corner now. "21 goals in the tournament after 5 matches played. Biggest winning victory margin still South Africa 5-0 against Malawi. They missed out on equaling their own record set in 2020 against Lesotho. They beat them 7-0. Put 7 and took them to heaven. Couldn't repeat the feat. Still the most goals in the game. Pretty easy one. Mozambique, Eswatini. Got us underway. A taste of things to come. 9 goals. I hope we get a bit of that today. I would not be disappointed at all if that happens. Switch to Alakem. He can't get control of the ball. They need to test Blessed. Mashunga Nyika making his tournament debut. Mashunga Nyika. Against the Platinum Stars. Quick run through the Zimbabwean team list, and only 3 players have yet to register minutes, make it 2. Mashwanganyaki coming off the bench and getting a start. Simon Marange urging his side to pick up the second ball. Touch. The 17-year-old midfielder Andiswa Malaza. That'll trick it into the grateful hands of Joseph Kaunda. Plays for Monaco Diamonds. That in his beloved Zimbabwe. Bit of confidence here by Zimbabwe with bullet feet. Not in keeping with what we saw in the first game. Good hold-up play. Tanaka Cherera. Rezore Bomdar. Tanaka Munemo. Turns. Cuts back pass. Slightly off though. Gives a chance for Eswatini to do what they do best, and that's break at pace. But Blessed. Mashonga Nyika blesses them with defensive acumen. Munemo. One touch play with playmaker Enoch Moyo. He can't penetrate with this pass. Now he has to deal with Alakem Huli. Huli. Malaza. Possession changing hands from the blue side of the field to the white. Captain Ellen Chapanduka stepping into midfield. Where is he going? He has a plan. And the plan is to test the keeper. Well done there from the skipper from distance. Checking if Andile Awu is awake. Really coming off from an offside position. Suspiciously so from Mazibuko. Flag stays down. Cuts inside. Beats Blessed. Mashonga Nyika. Beautiful. Beautiful there from Zimbabwe's Nisbet Muzenda. Now you can see the confidence is on the up. Unlike the first game we saw. 12 minutes on the clock. There's Cherera. That'll be kept in. Oh, he did extremely well. That's superb work there from Tanaka Munemo. Wow. His never say die attitude there has earned Zimbabwe a corner, which they take quickly. Here's Tefi Musamba, the right back. The ball right back at Zimbabwe. That should be dealt with easily by the keeper. Good idea, but the execution, no, senor. Of course, this game, one of two to be played today. At 3 o'clock Central African time will be host nation Mozambique against Botswana. That will be a mouth-watering encounter. One team got a draw, that being Botswana. Mozambique got beat. And they will want to put things right. There'll be a lot of pressure on Sergio Mazzolo in front of his home crowd, an expectant crowd at that. Don't want to be behind the 8 ball 2 matches in and have yet to win. That's difficult. You leave yourself a hell of a lot to do. Well appreciated by young coach, former Orlando Pirates, our mentor, Ted Mayfair, was part of the under-17 structures for a number of years, moved over to the reserve league as well. That was a foul right in front of the referee. Tefi Musamba. Is it Nisbet Muzenda? Do you think it does suit the right footer? Enough tape there for the 18-year-old Bikita Minerals prodigy, Tefi Musamba.
Keeper!
That's good composure. Blessed Maswinganyika. Done really well. For a guy who's not played any tournament football at all, shown real composure and quality. Of course, coming in the side for Ellen Karakadzai, the Simba Bora centre back. Yeah, 2 Ellens starting for Zimbabwe on day 1. Now you're only down to 1. And Captain Ellen Chapanduka.
Alan! Kuna keeper. Let's drop a foot.
Kaunda boots it forward. I don't think Tanaka Chirera is going to win too many headers. Yes, Enoch Moyo bundled into right on the small D. The free says play on. Toughen up, young man. Now with Njongo Mazibuko. Mazibuko strikes me as a hard running player. Reminds me of former Kaizer Chiefs striker David Khatebe, for you fans of the Premier League out in South Africa. Blessed with a lot of pace and athleticism, but maybe not remembered for his technical ability. That's why I see Njongo Mazibuko and where his game is at 18 years of age. Just past the opening quarter of an hour. It's still 0 here. It's much anticipated encounter in Group A. Haven't had too many chances to report for you, other than Alan Chapanduka's low pile driver that from outside the box that tested Andile Awu. But the goalkeeper parried it away quite easily in the end. Nice turn, Enoch Moyo. Moyo with confidence. And following him everywhere is Junam Sefwa, who is the number 6 jersey for Sihlangu semnikati.
Udanisi. Washi. Outpinga. Kuza uchipinga. Rani haya. Hey. Stay Alex. We'll give it to you. No foul, Mnashe. Yes, it's Tanaka, man. Yeah. Tanaka. Apiri Tanaka.
Zimbabwe with a 38% win ratio in the last 6 editions. Sees them 6th in the all-time list during that period. Led by Zambia and South Africa. Incidentally, South Africa have scored the most amount of goals during that time. What, 28 games? They scored over 70 goals. Way ahead of their next best team, that being Angola. Scored 3 yesterday, so that brings their overall total to 56 and 28. They are 3rd in the list with a 44% return in terms of the wins column. Eswatini ranking in 5th position, just ahead of Zimbabwe, 38. Slightly better wins ratio. They would have now scored 26 goals in 17 matches, including truckload of goals they scored against the opponents Mozambique. There's Herrera up against the lanky Mtobi Sizwane. Needs help from Tanaka Munemo. Oh, good header and leap over the crossbar. Efficient play from the Zimbabweans. From the right boot of Tanaka Munemo. Leaping into the air was Denzel Mapua. Hung like Michael Jordan, but couldn't add the finishing touch with his head. Good signs. Best chances falling to those in a white kit in the opening 20 minutes. 10 to play before the half hour.
Second ball, Munashe.
So the golden boot race is on for the likes of Shaquille April of South Africa. He scored a brace. Alakem Zuli also scored a brace. So did the young man Pio Ngosi Dube. So a lot of players sitting on 2. No one yet scoring a hat-trick. April had a chance to do so, but unselfishly decided to pass Lee Ashen when he was bearing down on goal to help young Cape Town City striker open his account. Of course, these young stars looking to follow in the footsteps of the likes of Muhammad Shaban, Lyle Foster, Ambrosini Salvador, and Danielson Makokisa of Angola. As Denzel Mapua of Zimbabwe just took his eye off the ball. Give it to Munemo. He's proved a tricky player to deal with. Munemo looks for the pass to Cherera. It made a blindside run. They don't time it though. Looks like the goal may come from the right wing, where Tanaka Munemo is providing all the ammunition, but yet to hit the target are the mighty Warriors. You don't want to give Eswatini a chance to get their confidence going. They just go on a roll and steamroll you from what we see. Almost a mistake to get Mazibuko in. Piwa Ngosi Dube looks for the pass to Mazibuko. Now picked up with the 17-year-old Andy Malaza. For Malaza to Dube. He switched wings with Julie. Digs out across with his left foot. Good control there by Junior Msefwa. Tell the pitch is chopping up underfoot there. Under heavy scrutiny, and Heavy tackles. Clearly been watered quite well. Very good surface that was provided to us, or has been provided to us. Gracious host, the Black Bulls Sports Center. One of the fastest growing footballing institutions in this part of the world. Of course, home to Black Bulls FC as well. Associate Black Bulls, and to their fans. Need to find a home for where they're going to play their next league game. Of course, COSAFA Qualifiers are currently, of course, enthralling everyone. Which watches on keenly. Yeah, they're in third position, Black Bulls, in the respective league here in Mozambique. 9 wins after 14 games at the 32 points, 32 goals scored. That's that tackle on Denzel Mapua.
Number 2 or number 3?
Yeah, the last time they were in action was on the 22nd of September against Otoyo Doyo. They lost 2-1 away from home. In action tomorrow against Fevario Maputo, away from home, headed away. Really, we need to get him much closer to the goals. That's where he does the most damage. Not gonna hurt Zimbabwe too much in your own half, deep in your own half at that. Here's Enoch Moyo looking to cause some mayhem. Cherera, his shot is blocked. Bit of miscommunication between Tefi Musamba and Blessed Mashonganyika. Now with Tanaka Munema. Ball attracted to him like flame to moth. It's about 18 degrees today, by the way. Much, much cooler than we've had. I think on the opening day was 37 degrees. 28 in Umatola, to be specific. No chance of rain. Oh, man. Even though it's partly cloudy, we'll do with some rain. I have to say the respective defenses of both teams have really stepped up and made it very difficult for the likes of Tanaka Chirera, Mazibugo. Oh, that shot is a powerful opener from a powerfully built player, Tanaka Chirera. Unbelievable. I do it for the Mighty Warriors. Got 28 minutes in the opening game. And now shows coach Simon Marange, I am your go-to striker moving forward. Please, regards management. I think keeper though, Angela Awu, will have a closer inspection. I think he could have done better. Or am I doing Tanaka Cherera an injustice? Here's investigation. Took a wicked bounce in front of the 18-year-old. Difficult to tell from that angle, but I think I'll give Cherera the benefit of the doubt there. He becomes the second goal scorer of Zimbabwean descent after Enoch Moyo. Eswatini concede, approaching the half hour. As I was about to say, the defenders have done well to shut up shop. Tanaka Cherera said, hold my class. That incidentally, Eswatini's fifth goal that they've conceded in 2 games. That's a worry for Mtutuzi Ngumalo. But if you read into their stats over the course of the last couple of tournaments, you will see that defense has been an Achilles heel. Ball goes out for a goal kick. Statistically, Eswatini have conceded 26 goals. Now make it 27 and counting. In fact, if I were to tweak that even further, He started prior to the tournament on 26, conceded 4 against Mozambique, which brought the tally to 30, make it 31 now with Tanaka Chirera securing the lead for Mighty Warriors. Scored 27 in return. So yeah, they tend to concede more than they score. There was, by the way, Zimbabwe's 19th goal of a competition in the last 6. In fact, 20 to be exact. If you include Enoch Moyo's opener. That's wild there.
Same pattern. Alex. Yes. Class. Kura. Come inside, Kura.
As the Eswatini now change their game plan. Here's Denzel Mapua looking for the second. I don't think they've been able to play in midfield at all. Malaza Mdluli Dube have been isolated. They say that great saying, no one man is an island. In order to win as a team, well, you need to play as a team. Use your best attacking weapons. They have not been allowed to and have not been able to. Either through their own design or of their opponents. I think we may be well on course to beat that 73 golden number, the number of goals scored at the last COSAFA Men's Under-20 Championship. Just 22 games with an average of 3.32 goals per game. I think we may equal that or even better it slightly. We yet to have a goalless draw. That's a good indication. Corner for Sihlangu Semnigati.
Help us, Jose.
An out swinger, which is always easier to defend if you are the team facing your own goals. Good handling, Joseph Kaunda. From Kaunda to Munemo, 1v1. The counter is on, leaves the ball behind. Nisbet Muzenda with the Ngezi Platinum Stars. Winger still keeps possession, missed by Mapua. Ooh. Andile Awu falls on top of that and throws the blanket over the fire. They really need to get Mazibuko more in the game. It's got a solitary figure up top there for Eswatini. Mdluli, we've barely mentioned him in the first half, and he's their star player. Zimbabwe have done their homework, starved them of possession. You can't dribble and show off your skills without the ball. That's what they've relegated him to. A walking onlooker. There's Mdluli. Finally. I like Mdluli. Looks a bit unsure. Like a mouse, he was caught in a corner there. The cross finding that of Mazibuko almost. Moyo. Where are the numbers? Nowhere, according to him. Gave the pass there to Casper the Ghost. Oh, an issue for another Zimbabwean players. I think it may be Denzel Mapua on that far side from the screen. He just sat down by himself, so that never a good look at all, and a good indication. Was he carrying something coming into this game? Mina gives a chance for Mtutuzi Ngumalo to call in his players. So Mark Fish and the COSAFA delegation doing good work, as they've done for much of the tournament. Such a well-organized tournament with clinics from administrators, coaches, players, broadcasters, etc., etc. Long may that continue. Outstanding work, really, in this zone and region. Tactical board time. Yeah, you move here. You move here. Yeah, you stop. Yeah, there we go. Simple. I think I could be a coach, right? Moving on swiftly. I think my hairline wouldn't like me. I think the message from Simon Marango will be simple. Control the game. You have important advantage of a goal. We have a clean sheet to protect as well. But it's a tricky balancing act. You put focus on defense or attack. For Eswatini, they just need to attack and attack for a very long time while keeping the back door shut. Speaking of attack, one of the best attackers competitions history, I mentioned him, Angola's Ambrosini Salvador, 9. That's his record. Finishing top scorer at the 2019 edition with 6 goals, and then joined top scorer in 2020. He's the all-time leading goal-getter in this competition. Give a fact that he's yet to turn 18 at that. Shows his considerable talent, but has stalled a little bit. As the man I mentioned, in a football wilderness, but I think you need to cut him a break. Calls for a foul on Mapua. Oh, superb block there from Mtlengeto. Otherwise, Cherera was in for a second on the follow-up. Going, gone. That's somewhere at South Beach. Back to Makokisa. Makokisa rather, but Ambrosini. Signed for the likes of Greek Giants, AK Athens. A season long loan back in 2022-23. Later made that move permanent. By the way, I was referring to Angola's Makokisa, the other Angolan strikers. He's still yet to turn 18. In fact, 16, having been with the AFA at the time of his heroics back in 2022 when he bagged 5 goals. Well, for Ambrosini, it's pretty much just slightly ahead of him. Still an issue for Mapua. Last time it was his leg, now it's his shoulder. You know that old song, knees, toes, head and shoulders. Yeah, I'm showing my age there. Ambrosini applied his trade quite a bit in the Greek footballing circuit. You made the switch after starring for Primeiro do Agosto. It placed a $5 million USD release clause in the contract of then 18-year-old Ambrosini. 2024-25, by the way, on a season-long loan at Greek side Apo Lewadakos, now 22 years of age. Fully fledged Angolan international. So this competition gives you an opportunity to go on and have release clauses that are up to 5 million USDs. Just need to grab the opportunity. There's Nesbet Muzenda. Chirera. Ooh, now that's hopeful. That's confident. Blessed Mashonga Nyika, looking to produce a goal of the tournament contender. You'll have to wait. It will surely go out for a throw-in, and it does. There's a quick glimpse over his shoulder. Mangaliso Mamba of Nzangu out in Eswatini. Ooh, keeper did extremely well. There's a bit of an even surface where keeper Andila Au is protecting the goals. That's the third time now that I've seen the ball take a wicked bounce. Here's Mazibuko. Can't get past Blessed Mashwanganyika. He's been the great wall at the back there. Really just hasn't pitched up in this first half. Not looking that confident, silky player we saw in the opening game against Mozambique. It's good work. Oh, pass goes behind. See what I mean when I say the likes of Malaza, Dube, and Gluli have been passengers in this game. The point, young Eswatini players, is to pass to a player wearing the same color shirt. That's the third time now that they've given possession cheaply away. That will come to Tuzing Mumalo. They just don't seem at it, at the races, which is slightly bemusing given the fact that they were so prolific in the opening game, flowed in that first and second half. Scored 2 in the first half and then followed up with another 3 against Mozambique. Oh, that looked painful. On Andiswa Malaza over Royal Leopards. Out in Eswatini. Eswatini Premier League back in action today. Ilovo playing Watlenya at 1 o'clock, about 20 minutes time, and Eswatini United against Muneni Pirates at 3. Green Mamba also in action at home against Isonke, or Royal Leopards. They're in third position in the Eswatini Premier League. In fact, 4 teams level on 4 points. Green Mamba, Mabani Highlanders, Leopards, and Young Buffaloes. Leopards are playing Mabani Highlanders, so that's a spot for a top 2 position, or even a top 1 position. Even the fact Green Mamba plays Isonke, you'd expect them to win that. Eswatini League been in existence all the way back in the 70s. Dube. That's a easy push to spot there from Mazibuko. Nothing subtle about it. Three to play before the halftime whistle. Yeah, Dube not looking up at all, looking down. Hopefully he won't keep his head down for too long. Apologizes to the bench. And they've just not allowed them to play, but also Eswatini have not helped them themselves at all, giving away possession on too many occasions. So as a result, not being able to build pressure on the mighty Warriors youth team. Here's Mapua. To his right is Tanaka Munema if he looks for a penetrative option. They go central to playmaker Enoch Moyo, 18 years of age from Pikita Minerals. Munema's got the dribbling minerals, but not the passing acumen in that instance. Oh, good work there. Junior Msefwa. In fact, Tafi Musamba timed the tackle to perfection.
Come easy. Come easy. Hey. Why easy? Washi. Move away.
Thank you, my friend.
Yes. Control, Jose. Okay. Your area.
I mean, what was that there from Luyanda Ndengetwa? The one thing that's criminal to do is when you're not playing well in open play, at least give yourself a chance for your set pieces. Is that going to for Mazibuko? The answer is no. Sherera on the chest and muscle though by the 19-year-old skipper. Mapua up against Steve Dlamini. Mapua. Still Mapua. We move.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm up. The ball is up.
Into the last minute of regular time. 4 minutes of additional time. Where did that come from? But anyway.
Tempo adicional da primeira parte, 4 minutos.
Drops into open space for Enoch Moyo. They find pockets of space quite frequently in the first half. They need to deal with that. Tafe Musamba. Blessed Mushenganyika. Piwa Ngosi Tube. The country of Eswatini. To the left, the call is Tube. It does indeed oblige to Sakolo. Still Sakolo. Exceptional work. Tafi Musamba. He's Tafi, all right. I think some of the top performers in this first half, Tafi Musamba, right back, has kept Piwa Ngosi shackled up. And Denzel Mapua and Tanaka Munema, the left and right of Zimbabwe's wings, have been pretty good. I think Blessed Masonganyika, that man there, outside of that little mistake, has been almost perfect. Captain having words with him. Ellen Chapanduka. Semdara, you can't do that. Cannot do that. So close to the halftime whistle. Should be handled easily. No communication between Andila Awu and big defender Toby Siswane. They really could have just sorted it out between the two of them. Now they lose possession in their own half, deep in their defensive third. All they had to do was just give a shot at the keeper or the defender even just headed softly back to him.
Just sandwich, Funashe. Kura, make a sandwich.
Last touch was off the captain, Chapundika. I think probably that would be the last piece of action we'll see in the first half. This encounter qualifiers. So Group A sees Eswatini plays Zimbabwe, later on Mozambique and Botswana. That's to get us underway in match 7 or match 6 over the top. Keeper Awu comes out. Moyo. Mapua looks well, that pass for Tanaka Munema. The wingers almost combining there. Tafi Musamba back to sender. Mapua. Oh, that was clever movement there from Tanaka Chirera. Peeled off to the left, came back to the right, opened up the space. So Zimbabwe have opened up a gap between themselves and Eswatini. A goal from Tanaka Chirera. A low shot that just bounced awkwardly in front of goalkeeper Andile Awu. That sees Mighty Warriors take the lead in this one. Eswatini were poor in that first half, if being honest. I don't think they were able to make more than 5 passes. But they have 45 minutes to right the wrongs of the first. It's 1 Zimbabwe, 0 Eswatini in Group A. Well, the second half ready to get underway here as Eswatini really need to improve in their performance. There's a goal by Tanaka Cherea of Bury FC. We've seen Eswatini were stuck in the mud. They were poor in that first half by their own admission. I'm sure Tutuzing Mumalo would have some stern words for his young chargers. They need to make sure that they at least get 8 points out of this to be on 4 points. Well, Zimbabwe, if this does end in a draw, would be 2 points for them. They won't want that. They'd want to ram home the advantage. Really good performances by Denzel Mapua and Tanaka Munewa, who caught the eye in the first half. Playing from the wing. Tanaka Chirera's hard running has caused a bit of problems for Eswatini's defense. I think blessed Mashonyika and Alan Chapanduka have been rock solid at the back. Of course, it's a Group A encounter. And this much anticipated encounter. Group A consisting of Eswatini, Botswana, Zimbabwe, and Mozambique. Botswana and Mozambique playing after this one. Imperative that they get points. Simon Marange would have probably passed on the messages to the young mighty Warriors to keep to the game plan, keep believing and keep rotating the ball. This day they look much sharper and more full of intent in attack. Here's Andy Somalaza of Royal Leopard, 17 years of age. Can't find Alakem Ruli. He played a bit deep, I think, in that first half. Not playing in areas where you can hurt the opposition and use his skill set, which is to eliminate players 1v1. Barely did that, really. I'm still at the Black Bull Sports Center out in Mozambique. For a chance at the finals of the Total Energies CAF Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations, as well as Under-20 World Cup to be hosted in Chile in the near distant future. 11 teams making their way to Maputo, or Matola to be more precise, to vie for a spot in the competition. Of course, here's a shot now from Enoch Moyo. Oh, claims of a penalty, and it is striking the hand of Eswatini midfielder Junior Msefo by the looks of it. Referee wasted little to no time in pointing to the spot. It gets worse for Eswatini. It gets worse. But they still need to take the pen. Picking up the ball. It's a Nisbet Muzenda by the looks of it. Coach Simon Maranga saying, give it to Nizi, aka Nisbet Muzenda. Stop messing around. He's our best penalty to take up. 19-year-old midfielder has a chance to get going in the tournament in terms of goals scored. We join Enoch Moyo and Tanaka Cherera. It's Aou. Can he pull off a big save here? We watch on in anticipation. Muzenda looking cool and composed. Or is that Steve in his poker face? It's a Muzenda for Zimbabwe second. Muzenda never in doubt. He does join Moyo and Cherera as the goal scorers in the
Jersey.
This year's
number
edition. Nice little celebration as well to boot.
Lisbeth Muzenda.
That's Zimbabwe's third in the competition, second in the game.
Zimbabwe 2.
And I think Eswatini now
Eswatini.
are in trouble.
0.
They need to really improve their performance if they are to
Segundo golo
get back
do
in this game. They
Zimbabwe.
are capable, I'll say it again, they're able to score goals.
Bola número
But the
17.
problem is they're unable to keep out goals.
Lisbeth Muzenda.
Andile Awu slowly up to his
Placar
feet,
atualizado, Zimbabwe
deep in
2,
thought of
Eswatini.
what could have been. That's a good penalty that most keepers would struggle to save that. Bottom right corner. We hit the side netting. Give the keeper no chance at all. And it's 2 Zimbabwe, nil Eswatini. Perfect time to score if you're Zimbabwe at the start of the second half. Gives you a chance to then plan your next segment of the game, probably breaking it up into 15-minute sections, building up to the 75th minute and beyond. That's Cherera. Good touch, Moyo. Yeah, looking enticing here. Good cross, missed. Ball in Sandri. Picked up by Denzel Mapua. Captain Chapanduka joins in the attack from the centre-back position. That's a poor pass by Karanasha Masai. Plays this football out at Crystal Palace out in London. Of course, Crystal Palace, one of the top teams in England. Currently 16th position, though. The start of English Premier League, the most watched league in the world, some say. After 5 games, they have 3 points. Might have lost twice in the duration of those 5 games. Based in Selhurst in Borough of Croydon, South London. If you've never been there. I've never been there. I have been to Queen's Park Rangers, though, and Tottenham Hotspurs. Beautiful stadium they have there out in London town. An issue for Andile Awu. Is it the temperature getting to him?
Yes. Yes.
Too hot in the kitchen. They look pretty cool.
Can you hear me?
Suave suits.
Yes.
I wonder what the issue is here with Andile Awu. He got up very slowly after that
He's far.
attempt to save the penalty, and I thought he was just thinking to himself how he could have improved on looking to make the save, but it was more nefarious happening than I initially thought. Really do hope he's okay. It seems to be a hip issue, or maybe landed on that right hip of his. By the way, Crystal Palace playing today against Everton at 4 o'clock. Toffees up against Palace.
Talk to me. Buddy.
They find themselves, by the way, Everton, the bottom 2 positions, having not won this season. Only Wolves with a worse record. So that's a must-win game for both teams, based on their league position. Awu back up on his feet. That's good to see. Still not looking 100% happy, though. Little shake of the head. I don't think he would have cared had he made the save. Pain wouldn't have been as strong and as piercing. Meanwhile, Joseph Kaunda yet to be tested and beaten in this game.
They'll give it to you. They'll give it to you. Concentrate for me, watch it. Be ready, be ready.
Kaunda having conceded only 1 goal in the tournament thus far, and would like to keep it to that nice chest work. Just outside the box is an attempt. Good block by Alan Chapanduka. On hand, on spot. 2 subs prepared for Eswatini. Coach Tutuzi Ngumalo has seen enough. He wants some change out of this encounter. Good handling, Joseph Kaunda. Wasn't easy that. Two players to come on, looks like Mlawande Kwebu of Manzini Warriors. He scored in that 5-4 victory against Mozambique. Arguably the goal of the tournament. They need a couple of those. They'll take it even if it just hits him on the shoulder and goes in. The other player is Sisekelo Fakudze of Mvembili Sundowns. Should give an opportunity for the subs to come on, or they're gonna wait to handle this corner first. I have a feeling that either Pio Ngositube or Ala Kemdluli are gonna be replaced, but it may just be Mazibuko. I don't think he's added to the team at all, really, as an offensive threat. I don't blame him. As a striker, you feed off the ammunition your midfielders give you. The service has been scant. Moyo coming from an offside position. Was Chirera thought about it, but decided otherwise. He knew he was offside. Now the numbers are about to go up. Let's see who's been taken off.
Substitution.
Pio Yongositube. That's my suspicion confirmed. Fakudze
Number 9
coming on for him.
in. Sisekelo
19-year-old Fakudze,
and Jeze
who plays for Mvembili Sundowns.
out.
And the other player, Andiswa Malaza, has had a disappointing game as well. Could have been either of Nguli Malaza, Dube, or
And
Mazibuko.
Jeze number 19 out.
And Wande Kwebu comes in as well. The 18-year-old forward from Manzini Wanderers, adding to his already 24 minutes in the competition. Fakudze makes his tournament debut. It was just a matter of time before we saw substitutions, methinks. 3 to play before an hour on the clock. Look, and I see that Fakudze has gone through the middle, which sees Mazibuko drop into midfield where Andiswa Malazwa was playing. It's Alakem Huli from the right and Kwebu from the left. Let's see if that offensive change up. Nice touch there. Cherera. Low build. Low center of gravity. Always tricky for lanky defenders to deal with such. There's a Mozenda. Now with Masibuko. Get to see the first sight of Fakudze. What can he conjure up? Fakudze looks for the 1-2, gives it, gets it. And that's how far it will go. Superb again from the defense of Zimbabwe. Musahai, Chapanduka, Masonganyika and Musamba have been sensational. Defending as if their lives depended on it. Here's Mazibuko playing in that changed role of central attacking midfielder from striker. It's a new trend in modern day football where you see a striker that can play the number 9 position. Almost a false 9 that was really, honestly, almost perfected by Bobby Firmino, Brazilian, during his time at Liverpool Football Club. It was outstanding. Signed from Hoffenheim. It's a slip by Mazibugo. Joshua Xerxes, one of the medics from Eswatini, goes on the pitch before the whistle was made.
Munashe, you need to listen, my friend. I told you. Substitution is now. Just knock the ball out.
That's a funny little moment. That gotta wait for the referee's whistle. Somebody gotta wait to get booked. It's
11.
man who plays from the left back, Kayele Tusakolo. Gets the first booking in the encounter.
Number 11, Eswatini.
This is why.
Reason. Ask him reason. Huh? Why? SPA.
Zimbabwe returning to the Total Energies CAF Under 20 having a Cup of Nations COSAFA Qualifier. Only played in one of the previous 3 editions for various reasons. We look at foul that cost Sakolo a yellow card.
You want to stop now, coach? In the next page or now? Now.
Zimbabwe having been one of the powerhouses of the region. Back in the field.
Where is the player?
Developed a steady stream of top talents over the years.
15 in. Number 1 out. Okay.
Oh, looks like Awu is going to be taken off. So it's much more serious than initially thought. To come on for him is Kwetu Masuku of All Nation out in Swaziland to make his debut at 18 years of age.
16 in. Substituição para Eswatini. Troca de guarda-redes. Sai. Camisola 1.
Uhle Masuku, M&M,
Camisola.
coming on for the injured Andile Awu. Man, can't even make it to the bench. He sits down in pain. It's never good to see that. Never nice to see. I wonder if that's his tournament done and dusted. Because the keeper needs his hip flexor muscle at hip region. That's where you land most of the time. So if you can't use that, you're like a car without an engine. Not very useful. Over the hour, Zimbabwe with the set piece. Oh, testing a new man, Masuku. His handling is decent. Straight out the gate. How's his distribution? Almost good enough, but Maswahi stops that. Of course, Zimbabwe were runners-up in 2018. They were ousted in the group stages in 2016 and 17, which should have been disappointing. The last time the team lifted the trophy was all the way back in 2007. They got an F all the time. Do well to regain that headline. Well, for Botswana and the likes of Eswatini, it gives a chance to show they may be one of the smaller nations, but have plenty of talent on their side as well. Eswatini looking to break that hoodoo that they've had over the last 22 years of being knocked out in the knockout phases regularly. First passage out of the group stages this tournament presents for them. The only time Eswatini have managed the feat previously was in 2002, and it came via default as a loss 2-0 to Zimbabwe in the only game in Group B, which had been turned into a two-team pool by Madagascar's withdrawal. They came close to repeating the knockout showing in 2009. Good tackle there by Toby Eswatini. Two players have stripped off and ready to come on for Zimbabwe. In the meantime, Sean Mzinde, who started in the game against Botswana, comes off the bench or shortly is to come on. Fine, yet can't make out who the other player is. He's sitting behind the officials' bench. There's Mazibuko. And so the pass over the top to Mdluli. He's met by Koranasho Musahi. Musahi comes up top. Yeah, it's not been unlike him. Mdluli's there. How long do they keep him out there for?
Substitution for Zimbabwe.
The other player to join him is Kennedy Jr. Mupomba. He's played 12 minutes of
Number 12 out. Tanaka,
the 20
Shereya,
qualifiers
and
for football. While Sean
Number
Mazinde,
Sean Zwinde.
18-year-old out of Harare City Football Club.
Number
They come on as
out,
Tanaka
Enoch
Cherera
Moyo.
comes off, as well as Enoch Moyo.
And jersey number 8.
So a
Kennedy
change up
Mupomba
top
in.
in the striking and attacking midfield area for coach Simon Marange. Kennedy Mupomba, by the way, who plays for Chelmsford City out in England. That's similar to the man he replaced in Tanaka Cherera. So you got three players who play out in the United Kingdom. Tanaka Cherera of Barry FC, Koranasho Musahi of Crystal Palace, as well as Kennedy Mupomba of Chelmsford City. Blessed Mashunga Nyika. He plays for Ngezi Platinum Stars out in Zimbabwe. First touch for Kennedy Mupomba.
Great ball. Get the shot out. Hey!
Eswatini players not bemused by that call from the referee. It's not been their day at all. It's not going your way. It's not going your way.
Well done, Jose. Good confidence, Jose. Great starting position.
I'll tell you when he kicks.
Two-man wall to take it as Koranasho Musahi.
Kick.
Morris Mkati, Morris.
Not quite sure what he was planning there. He never let anybody know, because no one made that back post run. Even if you did, ball was closer to the throw-in line on the other side. I'm not sure anybody near the 18-yard area. Approaching the 70th minute, 21 minutes and counting in this Group A encounter. Of course, do believe that Mozambique and Botswana would be watching this game somewhere. With a vested interest on the result, particularly Moz, as they need points on the board. Botswana already have won after their draw with Zimbabwe. Goes against the mighty Warriors. Quite interested to see how many changes Coach Sergio Mazzolo makes. Start with the likes of Yoran, Sharon Kebro, a 17-year-old, as well as Fernandinho, the captain, looked good in that game, but just couldn't see the drop through. Kelvers Neves. Be a lot of eyes and pressure on the young striker, 18 years of age. He leads the line and the hopes of the young Mozambican players. Here's a touch for Sean Mzinde. That was a foul, late tackle there from Mangaliso Mamba. There's two Zimbabwean players on the floor. Is that a yellow card? Yeah, thought so for Mangaliso Mamba. Mamba picking up his first caution of the competition. The tackles like that probably won't be his last. Oh, that could have even been a red card. How high was his foot there? He had no intent to go for the ball. Went over the ball and was closer to the knee area than anything. He's a lucky boy.
Number 15 blue.
In the meantime, Cebo Chapile is to make his debut in the tournament. Coming off the bench for Sihlangu Semnigati. Of our young lovers, young midfielder. A chance for Kuranasha Mosai again.
Okay, thank you.
To do better than he produced the last time around. Plays a simple pass to the right this time. Muzenda changes the point of attack to Mupumba. The referee blows the whistle against Zimbabwe. It's almost a replica of exactly what happened in the last free kick. Coach of Eswatini says, man. He's exasperated, he's disappointed, he's running out of ideas. That shot is wide. I felt that one from the coach.
I'm ready for it up. Ready for it up. Sub is ready. Sub is ready. I'm ready for it up. Yes. 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 Wait. Number 3 out. 7.
Coming off his Sive Dlamini
Jersey, number 3.
on his 18-year-old
And Jersey,
Cebo Chapile,
11.
18 years of age, turning 19 the month of December. He's a midfielder by trade and he's about to get his first minutes in the competition. Yeah, it's just wasteful there from Joseph Kaunda. Blasted into his own technical area under no pressure. We move into the last 16 minutes. Good block by Mzinde. Eager to see whose substitutions are going to have a greater impact on the game. Ngumalo or Marange. Tanaka Munema started from the off. I looked offside and it is. Claims over handball picked up by Chapile. But Chapile, that's how far his ideas go. Oh, strong work there from Munashe Munenzwa. Crucial period now for Eswatini to mount a comeback. Needs to begin now. Here's Munema on the counter. Clashes into the great wall that is Luyanda Mhlengetwa. With Mdluli, who's shifted to the left wing to get joy. Well, he's left with a sour taste in his mouth. Where is that going? Going off for a goal kick. They just look tired today of Eswatini. Not as energetic on the counter. Not as quick to the second ball. As a result, they've come second and have conceded 2. Two more players to join us from the Zimbabwean bench. Prince Ndlovu, including Mafias Chiweta as well of Ajax Hotspurs, of his Denzel Mapua. The other is Tanaka Munemo. Keeping them fresh for battles to come is Simon Maranga. That's how you manage your squad during a tournament, as well as breeding confidence in others. It's a squad game. That's how you win a tournament. Can't be just a starting 11. And Chieta, midfielder, as well as Ndlovu. He's slotting in on the wings.
Oh, man, goalkeeper, why is he sleeping? One particular land,
Keeper on the floor, Joseph Kaunda. I think that's just him using mind tactics. Slow the game down. In the meantime, one of the Eswatini players is also on the floor, clutching his right foot. That ball definitely had a couple of minutes on injury clock. Injury-stricken Joseph Kaunda has played each and every minute of this year's competition. Played 90 against Botswana. His tournament tally now is up to 168 minutes. You won't want that to stop. 168 minutes, by the way, and only conceding 1 goal. Joseph Kaunda from Maneka Diamonds out in Zimbabwe.
Focus, boys, focus, boys, focus, boys, focus, boys, focus, boys, focus, boys. Boys in play now.
Speaking of Zimbabwe, the men's national team currently in locked in battle for qualification for AFCON as well as the World Cup. Last time they were in action was on the 10th of September against Cameroon. African Cup of Nations qualification encounter in Group J. He struggled in that game at home. Dominated, in fact, ball possession-wise. Only had 39% of the ball in that game, and Cameroon a whopping 61. But the game still ended 0-0 out at the Mandela National Stadium. Here's Mdluli. That was Mdluli. Yeah, no, it's not really been his day, the youngster. To the last 10. For the Eswatini national men's team, they're going to be playing on the 11th of October. Their last game was on the 5th. Away to Guinea-Bissau, a game which they lost in Group I. Similar statistical showing as well, 34% and 66 to Cameroon at the Stadio da Santempro. Yes, in the box, passes it on to an unmarked player. That's a slide tackle. Bit wasteful skip by Mupamba. Straight at keeper Masuku, makes a decent save, but really Mzindenko should have done better there and punished Eswatini. Captain Chapanduka has led from the back, and so has this young man, bless it. Masonga Nyika slotted into that defense, placing Alan Karakadzai. Mdluli. Somehow he keeps the ball in. 3 in the box to aim for. Mazibuko can't penetrate with this pass. Luckily back to Mdluli. Can he keep that in? Cuts it back on the 45. Goes out for a corner. Stawen defending from the young mighty Warriors. At the bench at least up. Interested. Inspired. Well, nothing to show for it. Or will there be something? Will there be a silver lining at the end of this? Headed away. And blessed. Masonga Nyaki. That shot looks goal bound. Chapanduka in the way. Keeper Joseph Kawunda, superb. They've really been so resilient and resolute at the back of Zimbabwe. Eswatini have had no answer.
Okay, so organize there. 4 minutes. Man.
An issue for one of the Eswatini players who lets out a painful sounding scream. In the meantime, Sean Mzinde looking to produce a screamer. And all he was able to do is miss. The one rushing to Epa made a run to the near post. The other end of the pitch, Eswatini players down with injury. Eswatini's build up to this tournament wasn't ideal. They had to quickly hurry and organize a squad that could be competitive, which is an impressive feat and is by itself. The way they blazed Mozambique, you wouldn't think they had those teething issues, but maybe in match 2 for them is starting to show a little bit. Need to up their ante and up their game if to get anything in this group and beat that perennial curse that they seem to have. It's never really making out the group stages of the competition. Their next game is against Botswana in 2 days' time. It's going to be a must-win, particularly if Botswana go and pick up points against Mozambique today. Zimbabwe are next in action as well on the 30th. It's Mozambique. They would by then, by the looks of it, having picked up 4 points. Touched there by Ndlovu. Blaze, Nisbet, Muzenda. Off to Mupumba. The feet of Mzinde. Takes out a cross, and it's a third. They made that look so easy. They did Zimbabwe. Started by Nisbet Muzenda's beautiful work.
86.
Bamboozling the Eswatini defense. As Mzenda picked it up and then finished it off by Ndlovu. Scores in his tournament debut. What a way to make a mark for Prince Ndlovu. He would have enjoyed that.
Marca camisola 10.
Prince Ndlovu of Highlanders Football Club.
Zimbabwe 3.
19 years of age. In his first game in that competition, embraces everybody and says, "Thank you for featuring me, Coach." Issue.
Come Kenny.
It's getting worse for Eswatini. I think that's game, set, match. They have not shown enough in either half to suggest that they may just mount a comeback in 3.5 minutes. I think Simon Maranga will be very pleased with what he's seen. Confident from start to finish.
Give it to me, boy. Yeah? 7. How many do you want? Yes, I can hear you. Player down.
Duduzin Ngumala would love to hear his post-match thoughts on his team's performance today. What went awry? And what was the game plan coming on? Because they have not executed it at all. Where was that exciting Eswatini we saw on the opening day? Almost seemed as if they never got off the bus. No, it's with Mamba. He loses out to Mzinde. The Zimbabwean subs enjoying themselves and have added the impetus from the bench. Chietwa combines with Mupumba. All those that have come off the bench getting a touch of the ball. The goal scorer Ndlovu. Prince skips over the challenge. I'm so pleased, Simon Maranga, that he has soldiers he can call upon from the bench, and they can add to the betterment of the side. Mzende has been busy since coming on. It's flowing quite nicely for young Mighty Warriors. Mighty impressive.
Holding.
Mzinde. Chiweta loses out. I think also what is an interesting piece of thought is that what does Simon Maranga do? Because he started with the likes of Sean Mzinde in the opening game, but then changed it up with Tanaka Cherera getting the start. Enoch Moyo, I think you can probably predict that he's going to be there. What happened there?
How can he play the ball in the crowd?
Referee having words to calm down Kwebu. which means foam. He's foaming at the mouth with anger, frothing. By the sounds of it and looks of it. Oh, wow. Wow, 3 times. He kicked at the player 3 times. How did he get away with that with no booking? Jeez, referee is quite nice. There's 7 minutes.
Additional time. 7 minutes. Tempo adicional. 7 minutos.
Oh, kind of scratching our heads at the length of that injury time, but I think it does make a bit of sense with the injury to Andile Awu. Quite some time to get him off the pitch after initially receiving medical attention. And then officials have the last say. Here's Kwebu, lucky to still be on. Young Kwebu. That's just aimless there from Toby Sizwane. He just booted that, hoping that somebody will get on the end of that. No clear plan to get to the goals of the opposition there. I guess that's what happens if you lose in 3-0. Common sense does not become as common anymore. Kennedy Mupamba. Back post unmarked as Chiweta. Good control from the youngster. Chiweta! Last touch of the captain. It's a corner. They move. I think a fourth would just be a cherry on the top for Zimbabwe. Well, it's definitely goal bound. Had to make that intervention, the 19-year-old skipper, Klengetwa. Ndlovu. Here's Ndlovu. Oh, Ndlovu. Into the box. I'm not quite sure if that was a shot come cross. There's no way he was going to score from there. Maybe he himself was shocked that he had made it that far from where he started. Just needing to see the job through Zimbabwe. They'll be on 4 points. And 4 points at the end of the game. Flag was up. Joseph Kaunda, I think, made that look harder than he should have, really. Four and a half remaining. Or 3.5. Well, for Eswatini, they will stay on 3 points. With that game, I mentioned that will be of key significance for them when they face Botswana. Kaunda, he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. Is that a yellow card there from the referee for Kaunda for time wasting, perhaps? Yeah, I think there is a yellow for the keeper. Taking one for the team. That's what you call that. There's a yellow card that we've seen for quite some time is coming. As both coaches start preparing their thoughts for the post-match interviews. if I were to pick a man of the match, I think it would be very difficult. I think a lot of good has been done by a large chunk of the team. I mean, the defense of Chapinduka, Masongonyika, Tefi Musumba as well deserves an honorable mention. Denzel Mapua, I think for the first half, not so much the second. Even the two midfielders, Mozenda and Munhezwa, so rock solid. I'll give it to the team of Zimbabwe, Man of the Match award. They've been really good, and it's been a team effort, and it showed. Unlike Eswatini, they've played like a bunch of strangers. Almost as if on a blind date. You just don't know the person sitting across the table from you. To the last minute, Zimbabwean bench looking easy, relaxed, calm. Great words of Cristiano Ronaldo.
It's okay, recover, boy.
Of course, there is another game coming up at 3 o'clock Central African time, Mozambique and Botswana. Make sure you stick around for that. With, Mozambique beginning with a 5-4 loss against Eswatini. Botswana, courtesy of a late goal by Philip Kaku, the captain. Got a draw against Zimbabwe. 1-1 draw in the Group A opener.
Let's go home, boy. Let's go home. Let's go home. Finish the game.
Ooh, an issue there. An issue there. Mazibuko taking umbrage with Chapinduka. You cannot do that. Even if you feel aggrieved, you cannot do that. Emotional intelligence, sir. Emotional intelligence. Chapinduka was strong in the tackle. I won't lie, I saw it. But you cannot then retaliate. I think that's just his frustration at seeing his team losing and not playing to their potential. The bench of Eswatini says too much. No, they've not done enough. But yeah, Chapinduka, I think, was a bit too aggressive. They missed by the officials. I would have given both players yellow card to calm them down. The referee blows the final whistle. Zimbabwe get the job done with a professional, polished performance. Almost spilled over at the end there between a clash with Mazibuko and Chapinduka. But you know what? These guys have played real tournament football today. Very impressive goals from the likes of Tanaka Chirera, as well as off the bench, Govu. And captain, or rather midfielder Nisbet Muzenda from 12 yards out. It was enough. See them on 4 points in Group A. More pressure on Mozambique and Botswana. 3-0 at full time.
And now we announce the player of the match. Jersey, number 14, Alan Chapinduka.
Chapinduka então a ser o homem do jogo.
Aplausos para o prêmio do homem do jogo. O número 14, capitão da seleção do Zimbábue, Alan Chapinduka.
Mr. Tell about the match and your performance.
I think it was a performance full of fight and belief and desire, and I think tactically we got it spot on. We watched Eswatini yesterday and we knew they would play off the second ball. So we tried to stay with good distances so that we could pick up most of the second ball and use the space that they leave in behind. And I think it worked out well in the first half. The second half became a bit scrappy. We're a team that likes to play, but we were not able to dictate and have as much control as we would like. So it's something to work on going forward. Thank you.
Mr. Performance.
We lost 3-0. Yeah.
Difficult.
Not difficult. The boys didn't come to the party today, so we lost. Yeah, 3-0. We'll go back and see what we can fix going to the last match. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, in a few minutes, we'll have a match between Mozambique and Botswana. At 3 p.m. here and Arena, Lalji Arena. Estejamos prontos todos para o jogo entre Moçambique contra Botswana, quando forem exatamente 15 horas aqui na Arena Lalji.